First of all, my son's done nothing wrong. I trust him. I have faith in him. And it impacts my presidency by making me feel proud of him.
There you have it, folks. President Biden has just confirmed that his son, Hunter Biden, did nothing wrong, even with the news that's come out that prosecutors are deciding whether or not to charge him. Well, case closed, huh? So the president has confirmed that he's innocent, right? It's also come out that Hunter Biden needs a little bit of help with his finances as he's trying to get some sort of a donation drive started with his legal fees. Would you donate to that? The message being sent by the White House regarding the southern borders remains unclear. Some of them say that it's safe and that there's no problem, while other people are saying that it's clearly a challenge and the challenge is coming very soon. Which do you think is the truth between those two? And do you guys agree with the statement from the Department of Homeland and Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas?
It is my testimony that the border is secure, and we are working every day, day and night, to increase its security. The challenges that we are experiencing at the border.
Comment a quick yes or no on that one, because we're going to talk about it a little bit later in this video. Now, I also have footage on a skirmish between a Russian and Ukrainian delegate that happened in Turkey where hands were thrown. Now, you got to see this one to believe it. Now, I've also got a huge update on what's going on in the war, as the leader of the Wagner group that's fighting for Russia just blasted Putin's allies. We got a lot to cover today. Let's get straight to the facts. But before we do, for the best way to invest in gold or silver, check out the links in the description down below this video. Now, I'm not really sure why this footage starts with laughter, but here's the fist fight between diplomats from Ukraine and Russia who were in the same assembly in Turkey. Now, just to give you an idea, the Russian delegate takes away a Ukrainian flag from the Ukrainian who follows it with the punches. Well, it seems as if the pulling of the flag was uncalled for. I just found out that the Ukrainian delegate was behind another Russian delegate who was being interviewed, and he was also getting in the shot with their flag. So what do you guys think about this exchange? Now, related to that, the leader of the Wagner group released a video that I can't possibly show you because it's filled with all sorts of expletives and a lot of dead bodies. But he's blaming Russia's top defense officials for not providing them with enough ammo. And he's already announced that they're planning to withdraw from Bakhmut after Russia marks Victory Day in World War II. Now, on that note, do you guys think that Alejandro Mayorkas will withdraw his statements regarding the safety of our borders? With Title 42 expiring shortly, this is the new message that he's sending out.
The situation at the border is a very serious one, a very challenging one, and a very difficult one.
Mayorkas has testified beforehand that the borders are secure, although getting a yes or no from him is somewhat next to impossible. But here's a clip from earlier this year.
Yes or no? As we sit here today, based on these figures here, based upon all the figures we've had for the last 2 years, are all 9 sectors of the southwest border secure?
Congressman, it is my testimony that sectors at different times, month to month, experience different levels of challenges.
And I understand that, Mr. Secretary, and I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm asking you that today, as we sit here today, are all 9 sectors of the southwest border secure? And I'm just asking for a yes or no answer.
Congressman, I know you are asking for a yes or no answer, and the fact of the matter is that the challenges at the border are very complex and dynamic.
I'm gonna let you guys be the judge on this one. Although some critics of the Biden administration say that they've already shown us that the borders are not as secured as they used to be, especially given that they've provided the go-ahead to place 1,500 of our own troops there.
You're sending 1,500 troops to the border. People on the left criticize and say it's inhumane. People on the right say you're not putting America priorities first. And employers around this country are saying, we need more workers. This is an economic issue.
Bingo.
Have you given up on Congress doing anything? And if so, is there something you can do to address this?
Yes, there is. Number one, our first bill ever introduced was to reform the system that we have for immigration, number one. Number two, we're in a situation now where those 1,500 people at the border, they're not there to enforce the law. They're there to free up the border agents that need to be on the border, and we're having another 1,000 people coming in, or asylum judges to make judgments to move things along. I've asked this Congress for help in terms of what they need at the border. They need more agents. They need more people to clear people. They need more action.
Former Vice President Mike Pence doesn't think that these actions are enough. And he said this about the eventual lapsing of Title 42, quote, "A storm is coming and 1,500 troops going to the southern border to do paperwork isn't going to make a difference," end quote. So what do you guys think is going to happen over there? Anybody here who lives somewhere close to the borders? What's that situation over there looking like right now? Now, speaking of a complicated situation, Hunter Biden and his legal team, they're at odds with President Biden and the White House due to a proposal to create a legal defense fund that would help pay for his first son's lawyer.
The Biden White House is not happy with Hunter's latest con. The first son reportedly wants to set up a legal defense fund. You heard that right, that would help pay for his high-priced lawyers.
That's a question I'd have for the judge. If you have a legal defense fund, can you rate it and spend it on whatever you want? There's no one to account for that kind of money. So this is just another Hunter Biden scam that the media is going to say, oh, the guy needs help.
Axios is reporting the complexity of a fund like this, especially if contributions come from foreign entities. So wait, it's kind of like a GoFundMe for Hunter Biden? And who's going to give funds from overseas? Do you guys have any idea as to who might have an interest in doing this? A former senior advisor to Attorney General Merrick Garland, he had this to say about the possible pooling of funds, quote, "For this fund to work, it must be extraordinarily transparent and even restrictive by prohibiting foreign citizens and registered lobbyists from contributing. Without these types of guardrails, the fund will be a legitimate headache for the White House," end quote. Doesn't this seem familiar? Oh, that's right. It's exactly what House Oversight Committee James Comer is accusing the president of doing back when he was the vice president, where policies were put in place in exchange for money. Like father, like son, I guess, right? But of course, if the fund is completely transparent and contributions are accounted for, I'm talking about amounts and donor names here and there, then maybe it wouldn't seem as shady, right? But as always, the last say goes to you guys, because the comment section below, it's always wide open. Hope to hear from you guys on that one. And I always hope that more of you guys are willing to take that next step in becoming financially free and independent once again. And you can take that first step by commenting down below. If you guys want to learn more about side hustles, small businesses, home-based businesses, basically ventures that can generate multiple streams of income, or maybe you want to learn about investing in the stock market, real estate, maybe even investing in gold or silver, feel free to drop me a comment down below. I know that a lot of you guys are tired of your expenses going up but the wages going down, and you just kind of keep thinking, you know, if only my cash flow was getting better, this would all be easier. I get it, and you would also be right. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Now before I go, help me out by dropping a like for the video and also sharing this video with a friend. I appreciate every click and share, and if you're in need of your daily dose of the truth, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one.